NGGTour, during his campaign tour, has made a promise to people of ZAMFARA that should he be elected into office, throughout his tenure of office, he intends to sell a bag of fertilizer for 1,000 naira. He has redeemed that pledge once, he has redeemed that pledge twice, and he is redeeming that pledge now. And I think this is the only area in which we have conflict with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, like I said before, in the morning, where they say we have to key into all the programs of the transformation. We say we are into it. We are into the program of transformation, transforming agriculture in such a manner that I think there is no state that can be fair to ZAMFARA. They have requested for land on which to build rice mills. His Excellency has graciously granted 600 hectares of land to them. They have requested for land on which to build their headquarters. His Excellency has graciously granted the land, and they have erected all their buildings. They have requested for land on which to build the stop shop.
One-stop shop.
Yeah, one of the stop shops in Chavi and the other one at Chinkavi, and His Excellency has graciously granted all their requests. We have invested heavily in the area of irrigation activities so that we may complement the activities of agricultural transformation process. The only reason why we could not key into the program for distribution of fertilizers was because of the promise made by His Excellency that throughout his tenure of office he will sell a bag of fertilizer at 1,000 naira. We intend to continue to do it, and by God's grace, we intend to succeed, inshallah. I think it is in an effort to ensure that this program succeeds, that in this store you can see bags and tonnages of fertilizers. So far we have procured about 1,056 trucks, and more are coming in. 1,056 trucks and more are coming in. These fertilizers are of the best quality. These fertilizers are all 50 kilograms or above per bag, and we intend to continue to do it. His Excellency does not render support to only those farmers that are traditionally recognized as ZAMFARA local farmers, but also those farmers that enjoy irrigation activities under our calorie programs. They have attested to it in the morning. That was why when we were going around in the morning, I never cherished the idea that the Honorable Minister of Information was not around. I wanted him to see how we produce cassava using our own irrigation initiatives, and the kind of cassava that can equal the head of anybody in this country, no matter how big that head is. You see, our people have ventured into agriculture. His Excellency has decided to invest heavily in the area of agriculture, not only for the production of food, but so that it may help in taking away our arrested youth away from the street. We intend to use agriculture to fight poverty. We intend to use agriculture to fight crimes. We intend to use agriculture to bring peace to the state. And I think we are succeeding. That's the reason why in ZAMFARA we never experienced, even for once, any case of Boko Haram, or any case of abduction or kidnapping. Even the little cases of armed robbery that we experienced were evils that were exported from outside the state. I'm sorry the Honorable Minister of Environment is here, but most of those that perpetrated the heinous armed banditry in the state were from Kaduna axis. I'm very sorry, even there they are being wiped out, and we are cooperating with them. And by the grace of God, Your Excellency, I wish to introduce to you a sample of the fertilizers that we have distributed all over the state. In each of the local government areas, we have this. And we intend this distribution to be extended to cover all the wards, so that at least we will bring the fertilizers at the doorstep of the farmer. Thank you very much.
His Excellency.
Honorable Minister for Information, Honorable Minister of Environment, Minister of Works, members of this Executive Council, members of the media. This is the first time when this tour started in the morning to attend one. As Honorable Commissioner says, During my electoral campaign promises, a promise to the farmers is through this gesture. And we know how difficult these commodities are sometimes back. And we know the importance of the commodity in particular, and other irrigation and other farming implement, herbicide and seed, improved seed and others. So in particular, the fertilizer of 50 kg, which is well known to all of our farmers, I promise that when elected in office, inshallah, I will sell the fertilizer of 50 kg to each farmer who want the fertilizer at 1,000 naira. And alhamdulillah, I have to feel that some few days, not months, because I was sworn in 29th, and we commence the sales of fertilizer sometimes in June at that cost of 1,000. I'm not making it 1,000 for media to cover, but ensuring that we are making it available for the farmers. As he said, when I came in, we started because of the time we came 29th May 2011, and the rain started falling around April. You can witness. And as at then, we cannot be able to make arrangement to have enough, but at least we have started doing something, which we bought about 750 trucks. We started, and alhamdulillah, it covers many areas. And it maintains, it will stabilize the price in the market. Where they are selling 6,000, 6,500, so it means at 5,000, 5,500. And the second year, we purchased about 950 trucks. And this year, we intend, inshallah, to purchase 1,250 or 1,300 trucks, representing about 45,000 metric tons. And inshallah, by first week of July, we are going to commence the sales of fertilizer for this year wet season. As you can see, we have so many depots, and this is one of them. And nearly each and every local government named Maru, Chaipe, Oranamoda, Shinkapi, Zurmi, Gusau, we have this kind of stores where we are going to do distribution down to the polling unit, not even what as Honorable Commissioner says. So this is part of the ZAMFARA State Airport. One, as he said, we are trying to complement the effort of the federal government on the issue of the agricultural transformation agenda. The only where we disagree with them is on the issue of fertilizer. One, fertilizer need to be shared this time around to our farmers. As Honorable Minister can witness me, the last year transformation agenda fertilizer was distributed around sometime July. And July, we have nearly the season has nearly getting to third quarter of the time, because rains goes around September and October, early week of October. So therefore, we say that we don't to rely on the system. One, we can negotiate and continue to give the farmers at 1,000 and give them the balance as we agreed to them. But the issue is the supplying the fertilizer at a good time during this time. Because if you do not give farmers the fertilizer at this point in time, definitely it will be released to them, but in the end, the aim will be defeated because it's going back to the market. You know how our people are. When you say the issue of government, come the issue of government. Everyone think of government property is my own cake, part of my cake. So let me take my own portion of it. So therefore, not that so that's only where we have this again on the issue of fertilizer. But all other aspects of the transformation agenda we're keen, and we are collaborators to see that this one is achieved by the federal government. Thank you.
The Speaker, ZAMFARA State House of Assembly, Commissioner for Information, and other members of the State Executive Council, distinguished members of the National Good Governance Tour, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First, let me commend His Excellency for keeping his promise to sell fertilizers to farmers in ZAMFARA at 1,000 naira. This is good. I mean, the subsidy on agriculture, we live in a federal state, and in a federation, you can't have one formula for doing things. And so if you have your own way of getting fertilizers to people and at a cheaper rate because you want to promote some aspects of agriculture, that is what we're looking for. Because whatever the federal government is doing it for states. Federal government does not have farmers, it's states that have farmers. So what we are doing is service provision for states, and that is the point I keep making. We are not rivals to state governments. We help state governments to develop. Just like my brother here had earlier said, we're doing a rice mill, we're doing one-stop shop for farmers in ZAMFARA state. We're building our agricultural headquarters here because ZAMFARA is an agricultural destination. ZAMFARA, KB, Sokoto, up to Kano and Jigawa. This zone can produce enough rice for Africa. I'm not talking of Nigeria. Enough rice for Africa. Africa doesn't have to import rice from any part of the world. So the purpose of our program is to promote rice production particularly. And the president says 2015 we will not import rice. So it's left for ZAMFARA farmers, KB farmers, Sokoto farmers, Kano, Jigawa, and of course Nasarawa, Boeing, and several other places where we're already used to make sure that we meet the demand by the president to stop rice importation so that we can give the money we're importing to our own farmers. Then we'll promote employment, we'll promote local production. Now, maybe there is some level of lack of... The main program now of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture is to stop fertilizer being sold as an annual thing. Maybe we have not properly understood the program. What we have done with fertilizers is to take it away from cyclical distribution once a year. We want fertilizer to be like you go to buy a bottle of mineral or Omo at any time you want. So the question of it should be in September or July or no. We want fertilizers to be flowing anytime the farmers need fertilizers. And that is why what we have done now is to remove the corruption element, where people will sit in Abuja and import fertilizers. We have taken it back to the private sector. What government now does is to give them warranties, and banks will give them money. We take off some of the interest on those loans and make it cheaper for those importers to bring in fertilizers and sell to farmers at subsidized rates. States can bring down the subsidy further because the federal government has 36 states. You are dealing with just ZAMFARA, so you can bring down your cost to whatever level to support your farmers. But the idea that we'll be selling fertilizer in July should not arise. From January to December, anybody who has a farm should be able to access fertilizers. So that is the new arrangement that the federal government is doing. And we want states to key into it. Because these rice farmers here now, they can't wait for July. I've seen rice already as we drive through. So it's an agriculture is now all season. And we want ZAMFARA to produce food 12 months of the year. So I believe that we will continue to synergize with the state government so that we understand each other. And then we can blend our program to ensure that we are able to give inputs and fertilizers to farmers all year round. That is the goal. We have seen this. This is very impressive. And we can see that there's... Yeah, so... and we can see all of them. And this is just one zone. So, Your Excellency, there is nothing we do to support farmers that is too much. In the north, we are suffering because we abandon agriculture. We are waiting for money from Abuja. That money is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. Our demands are increasing because our population keeps increasing. You know, so we need to create this money from our own resources, which is agriculture. We can make money and also give Abuja. I'm telling you, Northern Nigeria can make its own money and even give Abuja. So what we need is what you are trying to do, emphasizing agriculture. We are totally with you on this. So we will go around.